Most of my videos you've seen, I've not actually spoken in, I've not actually said anything, and for good right, because I don't like being on camera much. But what I've come here today to say is, I've just got some new chucks from Derek, and they're absolutely fucking amazing. These are the pieces of shit that I've been using for a while. They are big and fat and heavy, and I love them. They are amazing. They are sick chucks. But the only problem with these is that they're far too chunky. The weight is fine, the length is fine, everything else is fine, but the fact is that they're big, fat monstrosities, and they're clunky in your hands, and you can see they're not exactly fucking high quality or anything, like they've been chewed on by some sort of angry mongoose or something, I don't know. These things, they do spin fine. It's like you're still able to do everything you can do with any other pair of nunchucks. Relatively easy. It's all very smooth and everything like that. But what I found with these is just the rotations when you pass them, they do skip a little bit. They just don't seem to flow as smooth as I'd like them to. They're good for what I can make, but what I prefer is something a little bit smaller at the top, something tapered, so just when you roll, instead of the big gap between the top and the string, that little step, that should be reduced, just so you got better flow when it rolls around your hand, basically. These ones, they still work, but I don't know if you can see it, there's a little skip where it's not really as smooth as it could be. Whereas I've got these today that Derek sent me. These things at the top are much narrower. They've got a smaller gap between the edge and the string. They're tapered from one end to the other. The bottom ends are still the same width, so they're nice and chunky at the bottom for strikes and everything. You can still get all the fucking hits in quite well. But with these things, the flow on them is just so much better. It's untrue. I mean, I can't believe I've not figured this out earlier. I've been trying to build some tapered ones, but every time I do it, I tend to fuck it up and throw them away and just go back to my old design. But these ones, the best thing about these is just the weight of them for the actual size of them. They are really heavy, but really compact. And with these, all the flow is somehow amplified due to the fact of the taper and the fact that I can just spin them around so much more smoothly. Everything seems better in every single way, so I'm just recording this video to tell everyone that you want to be buying these sort of things. You want something that's tapered, thin at the top, something you can pass around your limbs. You can do passes, behind the back passes, and all the gravity is forced in a circle. Unlike the other ones, because the weight is off on them, it's not totally balanced because they're homemade. And most of the untapered ones will probably be the same as that, because I mean, all wood is going to basically function the same if you put it together with two bits of string. But with these, because of the taper, all the force is put into the ends of it, and that's where you want it. What I found is the best test for nunchucks is what I call the stop and start test. And with that, say with my big old chunky ones, what you do is just have your arm outstretched, totally flat. Don't actually think about moving it, don't spin it or anything, and then just try and flip it into an aerial. And with that, you see that it's relatively easy to do. It does snap pretty quickly into an aerial, but compared to these new ones, that is shit. With these, I just hold these out straight, perfectly still, I'll swing it. You know, it just springs around really quickly. Because you can summon up the force from the bottom of these much quicker than you can with the straight ones. That's purely because everything is forced to the bottom. If you're not using tapered chucks, get some, because you don't know what you're missing. Because seriously, I'm probably going to throw these away now. So if anyone wants a free pair of nunchucks and wants to give me some fucking postage for these pieces of shit, go for it. Otherwise, they're just going in the bin soon. That's all I have to say. See you later.